Today's Friday, it's the 3rd of May now, 2024, and we're just waiting for the bus to take us into Palma. We're just going to have a wander around with Yvonne and I'll have a look to see what's going on there. Bus is due in the next couple of minutes. And here comes the bus, number 46, which will take us all the way into Palma. There's a few people waiting to get on it today. Anita's gone off now with her friend Yvonne, and they'll be having a look in all the shops, but I'm going off on my own, and the first place I'm going to have a look at is the Oliver Market. The Oliver Market, close to Plaza España, so one of the biggest markets, perhaps the biggest market in Palma. And what's really good is they've got Real Mallorca flags flying outside. So there we have the Real Mallorca flags adorning the entrances, and it's Friday, so I'm expecting to see well, some nice things on display. Let's go in and have a look around. So I'll just go through the doors, and on the upper floor there is a Mercadona supermarket, so you can go in there, but why would you when you've got all of this? Show you some of the things that are on display here. And beautiful displays of fruits and vegetables. If I just swing around, you can see lots and lots of stores in here. Lots of lines. Down below, that's where the car park area is, but we're coming on the bus today, and it saves on using the car. And brings us right into the centre of Palma. So we've got aisles and aisles of fruits and vegetables, and some prepared foods as well. So Mallorquin, fish version and the lamb version. Sweets, nuts, dried fruit. And there are several bars where you can stop off and have a drink or tapas, sandwich. Wine stall here. Herbs and spices.
Sí, pero no me acordaba el mix de...
No, lo digo porque algún día que vengas con ella va a pasar algo muy complicado. Y hay mezclas nuevas, y hay una que se llama
This is just a small selection of the markets. You should come in and explore. There's a pastry section. I'm going to go into the smelly bit now. This is the fish market. And it is Friday, so should be plenty of fish on display. Again, it's quite big. Very popular with Spanish. Caviar, your thing? Most of this, of course, is caught locally and will have been bought this morning in the fish market in Mallorca. So the stall holders will go to Mallorca at 4 o'clock this morning, and this fish is all sold at an auction now. As we walk around, there's lots of places here where you can sit and have your tapas, glass of wine, beer. Finish your shopping before you started, maybe. And sushi has become very popular here. Oysters and champagne? Why not? Sure, I like that. I hope you found that interesting little walk around the Oliver Market. I'm going to carry on my walks now, and we'll see what else we can see. That's the market, and I'm going to go out. I'll go out this way. Just down there is San Miguel. I might get down there later on to see how time flies. Yes, what you're looking for there is the Mercat de l'Oliva. This area is Oliva. And it's a Friday morning, and it's 11:45 in the morning, so just to put things into perspective. And after some really not so good weather, the weather's now improved. And temperatures have gone up. I guess we're around about 20-degree mark today, maybe a bit higher, 21, 22. Still lots of roadworks going on here in Majorca. Very close now to Plaza España, which has been under construction or renovation for the past year. And we're not finished yet. Still a long way to go. Just up there is the British consulate, if you need that, or the consular office. There's a Union Jack flying up at the top, just to give you an indication of where it is. And here we can see the work that's going on in Plaza España. This work has been going on for months and months, and now pretty much the whole of the plaza is cordoned off. I'll just put the camera up so you can have a closer look. See, there's still a lot of work to be done, and right, it's not going to be finished for the summer, I don't think. Not sure what the end date is for the work here in Palma, but businesses like this the businesses function with things like that on the doorstep, the noise that it creates, the dust, the dirt, and just the unpleasant environment for the people who want to sit down and have a coffee or a KFC. I'm sure it's all going to look better when it's finished. Just could have been a bit better organised. They've done it in stages, maybe. So this is how you walk through Plaza España. And this is what they're replacing. If you just look down, you can see the grey, dark grey is slate by the looks of things, and a lot of them are cracked, broken, or just missing. And where they're missing, they've simply been concreted over. So it needed to be done. To take such a long time to do it. So it is. Another reason for coming into Palma today is to investigate what they mean by Feria Pirata, because that's what's going on across the road. Now I can cross. So I've got 20 seconds to cross this road. My goodness. I'm sure I can walk fast. This is where the bus station is, and this fair started yesterday or the day before and goes on through till the weekend. It's Friday today, so got 2 more days, Saturday and Sunday, and it's called the Feria Pirata, the Pirates Fair, Pirate Market, and I think they simply wanted to give it a theme, give it a name. Apparently this usually happens every year in Parc de Mar, and they've decided they were going to come here today, this year, trying somewhere different. So what have we got on offer today? Mojitos, pizza, and pastries. Oh, one day I'll be able to eat those. On the other side there's lots more pastries and lovely bread over there. Nice beers. Anita said she's going to come up here later on with Yvonne, have a look to see what there is. And there's some gifts as well, so nice things that you can buy, little presents while you're here. Some jewelry, sunglasses. And the pirate's flag is the theme. Nice smell of incense walking through here as well. I was half expecting, well, I was expecting it to be in the park across the road, because that's where they do the Christmas fair, and there's a long walkway through there. But no, it's actually in the square, which is by the intermodal station. And there's the theme. So hopefully by bringing it up here, they might get a few more people coming to the market. They'll be getting off the bus at the intermodal station and hopefully knowing it's here. I don't know. I would have thought in front of the cathedral would have been a good place, because lots of people who come to Palma for the day, that's one of the places they head for. And looking over the wall, you see the market, so that would be the enticement to go down. We've given it a try. Can't complain about that. So this is on till Sunday, so if you're here you might want to take a look. And just here is where you have to go off the bus, depending where you're coming from. This is the main area for buses, either on the street here in Plaza España or in the intermodal station, which is just around the corner there. And I'm going to make my way across the road, and the traffic lights change again, and then I'll have a little walk through Palma. Well, I've just crossed over the road and walked through the construction site, which is Plaza España. I'm now at in San Miguel at the top of Calle Olmos, and I'm going to have a walk down there towards the Ramblas. So just up there is the Plaza España. This is the San Miguel, and that, if you follow San Miguel down, it takes you all the way to Plaza Mayor. But I'm going to walk down here. It's a more pedestrianised shopping area, and this is the Calle Olmos dels Olmos, is the Catalan name. And I've just been looking at the church and military museum, which is across the road behind this building, which is now a residence for the elderly, to see if there was any exhibitions on. And nothing on at the moment, and nothing on signs saying that there's anything coming soon. And the church is actually closed, so I couldn't go in there. The reason I want to go into that church is because some of the remains there of a Knights Templar. There's a Knights Templar plaque on the wall. I have videoed it in the past and photographed it, but I'm sure I can do better, so I'll have to do that on another occasion. So this is Calle Olmos, that's how I know it, and it's a street we used to come to a lot because it's where the printers were. So if you wanted some photocopying before the days of everybody having a photocopier in their home and or in an office, this is where you used to come for printing. It's where architects and estate agents would come and plans printed as well. So that's what the area was particularly renowned for. Lots of other things, of course, lots of shops. There's always been lots of shops. And the road's now pedestrianised, so it's a nice one to walk down and enjoy the shops. I'm sure Anita will be down here later on with Yvonne. And there are various places you can stop and have a drink on the way, or a bite to eat. And there's some nice shops that sell nice pies. We bought some nice pies down here, which are delicious. Me being interested in photography, this is one of the few photography shops around. And just across the road there is a professional version, which doesn't look to be open at the moment. Professional photographers will go and have their cameras there, or have them serviced. The weather now is just perfect for wandering around. You can find a little bit of shade and it's nice and cool. If you start to feel cold, you just move off into the sunshine and it warms up nicely. Students here doing their surveys. Just up there is the restaurant Sacenza. People who know the area, it's a very old restaurant Sacenza, and serves typical Mallorquin food in a typical Mallorquin surroundings. And it's actually at the top of a square called Plaza Patines. That's the roller skating plaza. Actually an area specifically for roller skaters, and they do have a market up there, just a small market, fruit and vegetables. I'm not sure what day it is, but if you're lucky enough you go into the square and you might see someone doing some figure skating on their rollerblades and roller skates. This is the sort of shop I was talking about. This is the photocopiers, or they actually make rubber stamps as well. Anything to do with paper. If you want business cards making, there's several shops down here that will do that. One here all closed up, but might be a sign of the times that people do these things online now. There we go, a rubber stamp made there, and they'll copy your plans for you. Something new, identity, turn your eye, restore your eye, turn your eye into art. Make a picture out of it. Well, supposedly very unique and are being used to identify people in a similar way to use a fingerprint. It's a nice prize, I think. The Tanner, a chain that you'll find just about everywhere in this part of the island. Not sure about elsewhere, but we see them in Porto's Naus, we see them in Palma. And at the top of the Ramblas. As we were coming in on the bus, I saw a sign which said that the Ramblas was cut off. It might have been an old sign, but it doesn't look very cut off to me. And there's a green man, so I'm going to cross the road and then I'll be in the centre. Huge building at the front, there's a library there, Misericordia, and they have exhibitions there too, both on the ground level, and you can go behind, and there's a huge square plaza courtyard in the middle of this building where we've been to concerts in the past, and the general hospital is up there as well. So we're at the top now of the Adroma, and I'm getting sprayed by the fountain because it's a little bit breezy. Now, one of the things that the new mayor that came into power last year of Palma said was that we're declaring war on graffiti, and that graffiti would be removed everywhere, and if any new graffiti appeared, it would be cleaned off within 48 hours. And this is one of the places where the graffiti has been removed. This is the convent of Santa Magdalena, and all the wall along here was covered in graffiti, and that has been removed. Although I do see some new graffiti that's appeared there, and hopefully that will get removed as quickly as the mayor said it would be, which was only 48 hours. I'm not sure how long that's been there. I suppose by making a statement like that and making a show like that, it becomes a little bit of a magnet to the graffiti artists to prove them wrong. But well, it's a war that's been declared, and let's hope that the mayor can actually win the battle and win the war and get rid of all this horrible graffiti that's making a mess of Palma. This is referred to as the Ramblas or Via Roma. And you get to the end of it, you'll see why it's called Via Roma. Nice stone benches here and lots of shade, and it does get really hot. And sit down and watch the world go by. There's quite a lot of traffic noise. This area, of course, is well known as the area for flower sales, so people come here to buy the flowers. And as it's Friday, I guess people are buying them for the weekend. Beautiful colours and always very well presented.
Se llega hasta la principal, en diagonal tienes la Plaza del Olivares y arriba tienes el...
Another thing which has been here for a very long time is this place that shows lots of different coins and money, and it's an exchange sale buying place. It used to be in Plaza Mayor. At the bottom there was a galleria there, and there used to be one or two of those shops in there, but obviously that galleria closed many years ago, and that's the only one I know of anymore. It's been there for a very long time. Setting up here. Of course, it's Mothering Sunday. I nearly forgot. Mothering Sunday is Sunday, so extra special reason to be buying flowers. And this is the Aspas Cafe, across the road there. Aspas Cafe Ramblas is one that Anita and I, together with Yvonne and Adolfo, sometimes go to. Anita may well be going there today, I don't know. And it's run as a charity and helps people who might otherwise find it difficult to get work. almost forgot it was Mothering Sunday this Sunday here in Spain, so lots of flowers and plants. Perfect present for someone like Anita. Someone else doing a film.
Pues así está perfecto.
And I said this is also known as, so it's got two names, also known as Via Roma, and there's those Roman centurions who are guarding the entrance to the Via Roma. So right in front of us there are the steps that take you up into Plaza Mayor, and where it says commercial centre, centre comercial. It's not a centre commercial anymore. It's all closed up, and they still haven't quite worked out what they're going to do. Lots of plans, lots of ideas, and there's a competition to find out which is the best idea of what to do with it and how to make it work again. It does seem such a waste to have such a large space, commercial space available and not used for many years now. And it's got the parking, so this is the parking that goes with it. Multiple floors here, and it's a place that we've used a lot in the past. And well, hopefully they'll come up with a plan. And I can't wait to see it. I'm just wondering whether they're actually going to make use of the tunnels. And I featured on an earlier video the tunnels, the old train tunnels that will take you all the way down to Palma. We're just walking past the Teatro Principal. This is the old theatre here in Palma, and it's one we've used a few times in the past. The children's have had shows here, but mainly it's for operas. They quite have a lot of operas here. It's the main place for operas. W, Kia Facta, I'm not sure of any of these. La Casa de Bernarda, Alba, and so all of the, it's all Romeo and Juliet. So lots of things on here. And we now walk down towards the Bourne. Across the road there, another really nice old building. Used to be a hotel, used to be the Grand Hotel, and that ceased to be. It's now referred to as the Caixa building, Caixa Forum, and the Caixa is the bank, and Caixa, the bank, have turned it into a cultural centre. So it looks a little bit like a charity in that respect, and they have exhibitions on there, and they even have some concerts. You can see a group of children outside waiting to go in, I think. I've been to several of the shows that they've had there and the exhibitions that they've had there, and all of them extremely interesting. There's a nice cafe just inside the building, and if you're a member of that particular bank, then you get a discount on many of the things. Just to the side of it, you can see one of the alleys that leads up into the back of Palma there. These are places it's nice to go and wander and discover. You never know what you're going to find, but it's probably a church somewhere at the end of it. It seems I'm a bit early for churches as well, so not all open. Banks quite often have beautiful buildings, but the entity that has the most beautiful buildings, I think, always the government. And this is the Supreme Court, as it were, so courts and justice and all that sort of thing, but a beautiful building on the right side of the road. Where I want to be, so I'm just going to cross behind this vehicle. There is a suggestion that they're going to upgrade this platform. And well, we'll see what happens there. So, just looking across the road, just enjoying the architecture, the stonework. Sure, there is quite a lot they could do with this particular square, but some things need to stay. And the Bar Alaska, which isn't open yet, but is very much a feature point of this particular square. And to be sad if that were to go. I think the plans are to incorporate it, but to update it. So it is a nice little square here. Children used to finish their visit to the Caixa Forum, wandering off down towards the bottom. A rather splendid building in front of us. On the other side of the road is actually a museum, and free to enter. So if you've got a spare few minutes, it's worth going in. I found it really interesting. I haven't been back since my last visit, but I need to do that because I need to take Anita. I'm sure she would be interested in the building itself, and also there's an organ in there and a little concert room, I think probably behind those balconies, and it's just really an interesting place with lots of things to see, and it's completely free to go in. You just walk in and enjoy the visit. If you're not sure where I am, I'm more or less next door to C&A. C&A, the big clothes store. Used to be very popular in the UK when I lived there. It is no longer in the UK, as far as I know. It's still popular here in Mallorca. And the street in front, behind the bus, is called Jaime Tres. James the Third, and it's another shopping street. It's not completely pedestrianised, so there is traffic going up and down it, but both sides have got shops that you might be interested to see. And now I'm at the top of the board, and before I do that, before I go down that way, just look down some of the side streets that you should all try and discover. And this is Bar Bosch, one of the more famous bars here in Palma, and the place we'll sometimes stop and have a drink during our tours. And if we come into the middle here, Looks like there's a queue to get in. Queue to find a table. So just over there we've got C&A. Up there we've got Palma Press. And this is the Plaza de San Carlos I. It's also known as the Plaza de los Tortugas. So you see the fountain here with the obelisk and the bat on the top, but it's all supported by 4 turtles. And so that's why it's called the Plaza de los Tortugas, and particularly a place where Mallorca fans come to celebrate when we won something, and so it's a big congregation point. Plan also is to redevelop this area, so there's lots of redevelopment plans, and we'll see as time goes on how these things occur. So it's good to come down and to record them as they are now, and in time, months, maybe years to come, see if there was a change here and see if they did actually do the plans that they spoke about in the government. There's lovely architecture down here as well. You just need to look up and you see something that's really quite pretty. There's some nice busts up on the top of that building. Bikes. It's really for people who live here, not for tourists. Not sure whether tourists can get a card. But if you're a local, you can get a card and use these bicycles. So this is the Passage del Born, and lots of things go on here. So you can see there's a stage. I'm not sure what's been on or what's coming on. I think maybe something's happened here. I'm not really the stage yet. It's an interesting area, pedestrianised area. There should be no traffic, so what on earth the car's doing here, I don't know. I got a bit lost. So Jaime, Tres and Born have actually become quite exclusive areas with some sorts of shops here. It can always be like that, and I have a memory of when we first moved to the island, coming here with my parents and spending 350 pesetas on a menu del dia, which was a 3-course meal. And then a bottle of wine, gaseosa at 350 pesetas is £2 or less. That's a long time ago. And now I don't think you get a drink, anything for that, probably not even water. Not great on the time, it's just coming up to 11:30. Lots of children out of school today. It's nice to see. School isn't all about sitting behind a desk and writing notes. School should be a little bit about getting out and finding out about the real world. Just up there is the Correos, that's the main post office for Palma. And as we come to the end of the bar now, this is actually where the screen was for the people of Mallorca to come and watch the cup final. A lot of people did come. We stayed at home and watched the cup final at home. So as we come to the end of the bar now, just look at the Egyptian art, and now you can see what tells us where we are. And then, this is new. I haven't seen this before. Not sure how well it comes out on video, but it's like a waitress walking with a cup. Curious. I wonder if it's the same picture on the other side. Can have a look. Oh yes, she's walking on this side too. What we can do with LEDs. So that's something very new. I've not seen that before. I'm guessing it's got to be movable because this is where they have concerts and exhibitions. This is Plaza de la Reina. It's the Queen's Square. With a lovely fountain there in the middle. Lots of bus stops here as well. To different places. So we've got lots of fountains, lots of water, and it does help to cool the air in the summer. Another underground car park over there, which is another one that we use from time to time, particularly if we want to be down at this end near to the cathedral. Cathedral being just behind the wall here. I'm just going to wait before we can cross the road. Well, there's a green man, so I'm going to cross the road. And couldn't walk down that way. You can see the number of people around now, but I'm actually going to walk through the park. And the bear. Oh, I bet it gets warm in that in the summer. So in the news video I spoke about the street sellers with sheets, and here are some of the street sellers with sheets. Well, that's a bit hard to say. And they're putting their ware out for tourists to buy quite often goods that are not legitimate or fake. Well, the law is, if not legal, they're liable for a fine. They have lookouts. There'll be a lookout somewhere looking for the police to come. But the new law says that if you buy from them, you're liable for a €300 fine. So you're best just giving them a wide berth. Anyone that is legal and selling things legal will be displaying very clearly their license, and just look out for that. And if they haven't got a license, then they shouldn't be selling, and you stand to be fined. We don't want any unexpected fines. So they're there now, but should a policeman come their way, then they'll have a problem. There's a lady there selling some fridge magnets, and she has the license. So the license is very clearly on display. They're photographed, and proves that she has paid the taxes and she has the right to sell. That's what you're looking at here. And around this area of the cathedral, as we're walking down towards the cathedral, you'll see lots of these illegal sellers. And there's more market stalls down there. Just going to go up here now. Sure, I've been up here. Give me a different viewing point. I'll be able to look down on those market stalls. The tourist bus also stops over there, and you can get on and tour around Palma. Lots of people come up here. I don't know why I've never been up here before. And the thing they come to look at is the pond here, which has in the past had swans, but no sign of any swans anymore. Rather a small place for them. So, see, lots of tourists. It's okay.
Se no andiamo verso di là.
And what I'm also noticing, which I haven't seen so far this year, is a lot of people on these walking tours, which are advertised as being free. So you have a charge to go on them, but you're expected to pay a tip at the end. And how much that tip is up to you. And just make sure you get one in the right language. So last weekend was the Palma boat show, and that was just in front of us there. That's all been cleared away now. It's just such a short time. There's the steps that will take you up towards the cathedral. So the Palma boat show didn't manage to get there this year. So next year, I think we were there last year, I think. The Palma boat show is quite big, quite exclusive. Interesting to be able to see the masonry here. And there's a lot more of these legal street sellers. Mixed with it, legal street sellers. So the artists here are all displaying their license. They're legal. But the ones with the sheets out, and there's lots of them, all illegal. Nice little park here for the children, and we brought our children, grandchildren here, play on the swings. It's pretty busy today though. So, got no grandchildren with us today. And here's the cathedral. I'm just going to have a look down into Palma to see if there's anything in Palma. Some of the artists here. 10 euros for a caricature.
Even he's up for it, but I think it's raining.
We went to Rossford and we go to the place. It's good, right?
Just over the wall, this is where we've got Parc de Mar. So the Pirata market that we started off the video with was actually over here somewhere. so no markets, but still lots of people. And just in the distance there, you can see there's a lot of people crossing the road. And the reason that is because there are at least three huge cruise liners in. And these cruise liners frequently have 5,000 people, so there could be 15,000 tourists just descending on Palma from the cruise ships. Together we've got also the other ships that are there. These are the normal ferries which go between the islands and to the mainland and help to bring in the goods. And you can see that some of those are moving now. I don't know if you can see the one in the middle is belching out quite a lot of smoke. In fact, one of the cruise liners is belching out quite a bit of smoke as well. And this is one of the issues with the quality of the air here in Palma. The quality of the air is not always good. And we've got now four ships belching out smoke. So three of them admittedly are ferries which are going over to the mainland. There's quite a lot of smoke coming out of them. One of them is a cruise ship. And some of the cruise ships are now linking to the island's electricity, so that will actually reduce the amount of smoke that's being delivered into the atmosphere here. That's one of the complaints by the residents, that our air quality is not as good as it should be, considering we're an island in the middle of the Mediterranean. We do also suffer from the dust that comes over from the Sahara from time to time, and that also brings down the quality of the air. No fountain on here today, so sometimes there's a fountain right in the middle. This isn't open to the sea, so we can't actually have boats coming from the sea and coming into here. I don't know, I think it's a resource that's not being made the best use of. It could be some little pebble boats or something in here. I don't know, maybe that was spoiled, maybe that's not the right thing. It could be something a little bit more than just a big expanse of water doing nothing. Sometimes in the summer they'll put a screen in the middle and they'll project films, and you can bring your deck chair and come and watch a film. I can see in the distance as well some ships, small ships out there, look almost military. If there's some sort of an exercise going on, it's possible. And one of the big GMV ferries is about to leave the harbour. In fact, it's two GMVs leaving, this little one. GMV being an Italian company that took over Transmed. I think that's who we're using in the summer when we're going over to the mainland. And there's the cathedral. It is one of the biggest cathedrals in the world. It's up there on the top list, and it is beautiful. It is well maintained, well looked after, and if you're in Palma, it's certainly worth a visit. I'm going to go up now, and I'm going to walk past the cathedral as I make my way back. There's a bit of controversy about these horses and the heat that they're going to be suffering later on. Up the steps we go. the front of the cathedral. And the building to the left is actually the King's Palace, and he was here only about a week or so ago, entertaining some dignitaries from the European parliaments. And you can visit. Actually, it's one we've not visited yet. It's on my list of places to go to. So you can see there's quite a queue to get in. Here's the area. So, see, some of these street sellers have had to pull their drawstrings and carry their bags on their back because there are some police around. This is the house on the side and the cathedral on the other.
So far, you could.
I don't know how many times I've walked past this cathedral, but it always amazes me and always think how beautiful it is. These police are national police that we're seeing here. Coach here. A coach. This close to the cathedral. Yes, they are delivering some dignitaries of sorts. I don't know. Or is it just tourists? If I carried on up there, I would be going towards Plaza Mayor. It's very crowded. I'm actually going to go this way. This is where the entrance to the cathedral is, and you do have to pay to go into the cathedral. It's not free. Or if you're a resident, you do get a reduction. You get a reduction if you're a pensioner as well. So there's a big queue to get into the cathedral today. So this is partly due, I think, to the fact that we've got the cruise ships in town, and also the fact that Wednesday, the 1st of May, was a public holiday in the whole of Spain. And what happens when it's a public holiday, some people take what they call puentes, and in Madrid the 2nd of May was a holiday, so the 1st of May and the 2nd of May were holidays, and so they only need to take one day, and they've got a nice big long weekend. So probably got a lot of visitors from the mainland and Madrid in particular. And EB3, that's the local television company, to be here to be filming it. €10 it says for a ticket, though there are reductions. But I'm not going in there because I've done that on other occasions, and I'll go when it's a little bit less crowded. We'll take a little wander through from the back streets, and there's lots of signs like this that tell you interesting places to go to. And one of the places this way is the Arab Baths and the Mallorca Museum, the Museum of Can Morey de Saint Martí, and the Palace of Casa Galassa. It's a hotel by the looks of things. But I do like these narrow streets, and it does give you the opportunity to get out of the sun. And some of the shop windows here are interesting, with some different artwork and pottery. And it's a little bit quieter. Still doesn't escape the graffiti. I think this looks fairly freshly painted, and it's already had some graffiti. It's really nice.
a lo mejor me compré uno, Mari Carmen. Porque cuando vas así,
And even in the side streets you find these little shops.
Y esto no, esto va enganchado a la funda.
a la funda,
Y de aquí, y esto se quita de medio.
y que tú puedes sacar y ya lo metes luego fácilmente.
¿Tú lo quieres quitar? No tienes candado.
Esto lo traías tú, ¿no? Te lo traías, que no sé de por aquí comprado.
Todos los chinos lo
That's
tienen.
the exit from the church, the cathedral. So it gets a little bit busy around this area. Amazing how big some of these shops are. It's just doors. Nice little cafe there. Nice.
Así que están rezagadas por ahí bastante bajo. Están allí.
Following signs towards the Arab baths. I'm not going to go to the Arab baths. I'm following those signs. Might get a bit noisy down here. There's obviously a lot of building work going on. I have to put all this netting because people are going to be walking underneath. These are garages as well, so cars will make the way down here. There's one going to try and make his way down here, and somehow have to squeeze into one of these gates and doors, take them to their parking area. Well, good luck to them. I think maybe they're following their sat nav. Not always a good idea. These are the nice, cool streets to walk in. You look behind these gates and they've got these lovely little courtyards. Just a thought, it is uneven here. The paving is stones, and the stones are a little bit odd and so it's a little bit uneven, just to be aware of that. There's a guided tour up in front of me. And this is one of the university buildings, and which is like they've got a presentation on at the moment. Notice there's yellow lines on both sides here. I guess that means you can't park the car. And back amongst the throngs, near to Plaza Majorca. This is Plaza Court. I must say, when I get into those narrow streets, you do get disoriented. Plaza Court is where the town hall is, so this building on the right is the town hall for Palma. And this particular part of it is the Palau de Conseil. We've got a school visiting there, children having their photographs taken on the steps. And Plaza Court here is where we can't celebrate the coming of the new year.
Hay un cocodrilo.
Ya.
¿De la Escarra o la Olivera?
La Olivera,
mira, de la Francesa.
Well, it's a long time since I've seen Palma so crowded, but it certainly is crowded today. So just up there is Plaza Mayor, this is Plaza Court, and that is actually the municipal library and the town hall. These are vans that are doing their deliveries to the local businesses. They must have a terrible job getting in and out. Such narrow streets with difficult driving systems. This is Plaza Santa Eulalia, and that's the Church of Santa Eulalia. And I've done videos inside that church of various things that have been going on there. It's one that does have concerts from time to time. And this is one of the places where we stopped to watch the procession for Easter. One of the Easter processions. We came down here and videoed the procession coming along past the Santa Eulalia church. Cafe's looking particularly busy. My battery's about to run out, so I need to find somewhere I can just stop to change it. Well, I've just refreshed my battery. The church is open there, and you can go and have a look around. There's an address for a small donation. These churches do require a lot of upkeep, so it's nice to add a little bit to their coffers to help them do that. You hear the bells, it's 12 noon today. 3rd of May 2024. Coming up to the next square is the next church. This is the Plaza of San Francisco. And this is another very interesting place to visit. And there's a big sign on the door that tells you where to go, and it's to the building to the side. It's actually a school as well, so it's really a fascinating place. And I was there just a few weeks ago on a walk around, and that's how you go in through there. You pay your money, and lots of lovely things to see, and gives you the entrance into the church as well. And it's really quite nice. And depending on what time you come along, you'll hear the children. And as I came out of the church, the courtyard absolutely packed with children. I must have been their break time, and they're all outside having their merienda, which is I suppose like their 11s. I'm walking in the street now. Some of the windows are open above, and you can hear the sound of the children. Brings back memories to me as a former teacher. Beautiful building here on the side. This is actually the government building, which is the Ministry of Education, Culture and Sports. I did say the government have all the best buildings. The big sign there says Casa de Cultura. I have another reason, of course, to come down here and just to see what progress has been made with the building in front, which you can now see there's a big crane. Big crane, lots of sheeting hanging over the front, and clear signs that work is being undertaken. And that's great, because this is a really ancient arch, and is the Knights Templar gateway, and it was promised that it was going to be restored, and looks like they're actually going to be doing something about it. We have a big sign in front of it. When I get close, I'll be able to read it all. It says it's a project for the rehabilitation of the towers of the temple, and there's an amount of money that's been spent on it. It says it's the estimate is €1,838,408.94, and the time for the work is given as 17 months. So we're going to be well into next year before we see the finishing of this work, but I'm really looking forward to seeing that and seeing what they actually do with it. The suggestion being that there'll be a museum inside there. It's really, really very interesting. It seems to have been quite an epic walk today, and I still haven't finished, but time for refreshment. So I've just called into a little bar and I'm having a beer. Cheers everyone. Oh, that's a nice beer. It looks as though I'm in good company. There's a Ramonul. The road across the road there is kind of a Ramonul. Oh, that was a nice break, and I had two. It's a bit cheeky, isn't it? Just continue my walk now. So there's the Temple Arch, which is undergoing its construction, and I'm going to be wandering again through the back streets of Palma. It's lunchtime now, so 20 past 1. Anita's gone for lunch with Yvonne. I'm skipping lunch. Making my way to where I catch the bus home. Continuing to walk through the back streets though. Really interesting places to walk. This is Caritas. Caritas is charity, I suppose. Yeah. A mixture of the old and the new. Lovely tower here.
La llevamos al cementerio y ahí mismo, ahí.
Restaurant there with a menu del dia. €13.50. If you have half the menu, it's only €10. Restaurant there offers mixed tapas for €20.
Right into question.
And on the list they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tapas. I would think that would be quite a nice little meal for 2 people. 20 euros plus your drinks. The avenidas down there, so I'm sort of walking parallel to the avenidas. Back streets are always much more interesting, even when there's lots of graffiti. Interesting cabling, of course. It always used to be like that here in Mallorca years ago. I'm actually going to walk up here. So I know there's a little plaza here, and it's one I like. Lots of cafes and restaurants around this path there. Some shady seating and some sunshine seating as well. This is actually Can Salat. Can Salat is actually the name of the bar I've just been having a beer. Coming this way is useful for me because it's where the bus stop is. So just around the corner I've got the bus stop which will be taking me home. Some of the avenidas just down there. And the bus stops just in front of me. Well, luckily there was a bus there waiting for me, so I've just hopped on and I'm ready to go home. We will catch up later, so thanks very much for watching and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.